Hey guys, my name's Nate. I'm the Auto Outdoorsman, and I'm here at the Fire Lab to test out something I was thinking about. I saw in some survival kits that you keep alcohol pads, and one person said, "Oh, we could possibly use it as tinder." That got my mind thinking, and I had two ideas. One of which is I want to test its viability as tinder. The other one is something a little bit more creative. Let's get going. So let's see if we can just... I went to the store and just bought these. They're cheap. You can use them all over the place. You can never have too many of these. So, take these out. Reach my fire kit and reach for my ferro rod. This said I really do need to organize my fire kit better. So let's try this with a ferro rod. That's what I'm going to do. This up, and I'm going to just try it without fluffing it at all. Got my knife. Okay, it doesn't seem like it's taking a spark that well. Getting a lot of... I'm getting sparks to land on it, but it's not catching. So the ferro rod, that's not a viable choice. Let's see if this even does light. With a lighter. Let's figure a safe way of doing this. Let's see, can I get this on camera? So it does catch. But it doesn't say lit. At least keep isopropyl in it, which I know does start fires. I've actually started fires with isopropyl before. Oh, could be the wind, but so far, not really getting much off of these. I mean, it catches it really quick, but then it blows right out. There we go. Now it's catching. Okay. So, it's lighting right now. It isn't really... Yeah. And then, it's dry now. I'm assuming this was cotton, so... it's still useful. Another thought. But now that I know you can't do it like that, I'm going to pull this out, and I had another idea. Instead of wasting all of that in one go, I'm going to say a quick disclaimer. I'm doing this in a safe environment. Don't do this at home unless you're trying it. This was an idea I had as a candle, or there we go. Way to transport fire. You know what? It's actually holding a flame. You know what? That's actually a really good use for this. It's a quick little emergency flame holder. It's still going. It's burning pretty clean because that's, you know, it's isopropyl for you. But actually, you could probably do this at home. Just be careful. Like that, it's instantly out. You know what? That gives me an idea. I have a whole pack of isopropyl alcohol wipes. I'm going to save some of them for, you know, first aid kits and stuff. You should always have some of these. But that actually gives me an idea. Hold on. What would happen? Let's use a little bit of jute. And just shove the jute in there. That's what I'm actually going to do. See, one of the things I love doing is experimenting. As you've heard me say, I'm a scientist by trade and by training. Taking the jute. Problem is, this is windy today. So let's see if it uses the alcohol. Yeah. This idea, not working. So far what I'm seeing with using alcohol pads as tinder, they kind of work, they kind of hold a flame. I have one last idea that we'll try to see if we can hold on a flame a little bit longer. And that is going to be, let's take a little bit of jute and actually break it down and use the jute to catch the alcohol pad on fire and see if it catches further. So let's break it down. I'm not going to create a massive tinder bundle from this, but I was actually getting some good advice on how to break this stuff down, and actually using smaller pieces really does really actually break it down really well. Now the reason why sometimes I don't make big tinder bundles in these videos is because I don't want to waste all my resources. I am currently looking for a good source of white birch in the area, and cedar, but it's taking a lot of time. I mean, I'm finding other birches, but I want to find a good source of white birch, because that stuff goes up like no one else's business. But I still... So let's see. Say if I only had a little bit of jute and an alcohol pad. And a ferro rod. There we go. Let's see. Yeah, that's on camera. You know what? That alcohol pad actually extends the life of jute. There's our use for it. Sure, yeah. I don't know if you guys could see that. But it's even keeping an ember underneath it. So what my conclusion is the best way to use the alcohol pad as a tinder source is with a little bit of jute with it. And the jute will light it from the ferro rod, and the ferro rod and the alcohol will use it to wipe out. And something like that will be fast enough to catch some bigger pieces of birch or some bigger tinder sources to make a good source of fire. So yeah, that's my conclusion on this experiment of using alcohol pads for fire. Otherwise, I mean, you actually need a flame to get them going. I could try it with a better source. I could probably use some alcohol, actually use some isopropyl in the future, which I will do. I do often carry isopropyl with me when I'm doing science projects, as I use them to euthanize invertebrates. But we'll experiment further in the future. That's the best part about science and outdoors is we can keep trying. Thank you. My name is Nate, and I'm the Otter Outdoorsman, and have a good day.